Hey, Denise, do you have a minute? I need to ask you something really important. Huh? Lori, it's been forever since I heard from you. What is it? You only contact me out of the blue like this when something big is going on. What's going on? I know. I should have reached out sooner, and I do feel guilty about that. But this is really important, and I need your help. Please, just listen to what I have to say. All right, I'm listening. But let's be clear, Lori, whatever you need, I'm not sure I can help with. I've had enough of these things coming up out of nowhere. But go ahead. What's so important that you needed to get in touch now? Well, to get straight to the point, Jack and I are getting a divorce. Wait, what? Divorce? But you guys seemed fine. I mean, from the outside, everything seemed all right. How did this come about? I know. It seems like everything was fine, but really, it wasn't. The thing is, both Jack and I agreed on it. We're both in agreement that it's the right thing for us. The issue now is Roger and his custody. Jack refuses to give up custody of Roger, and that's where things are getting complicated. I can't let this happen. I have to make sure I get him. Roger's custody? Wow, that's a big deal. I mean, I'm not surprised, I guess, but, well, it's been hard for both of you. But really, Lori, you're asking for my help with this? You want me to intervene in custody? Do you honestly think I can help in this situation? Please, Denise, you're the only one I can turn to. I've tried everything else, but Jack won't listen to me, and I'm scared he's going to win this. I need your help convincing him just to get him to see things from my perspective. If you can just help me with that, I'll do anything. Please, I can't lose Roger. You know how much he means to me. Lori, I don't know about this. I'm not sure I can just get involved in this. Custody is a huge thing, and I really don't think it's as simple as you're making it out to be. I mean, come on, this is Roger we're talking about. You haven't been around much for him, have you? You know, if I think about it, you've hardly been involved in his life lately. What are you talking about? I've been busy, sure, but that doesn't mean I haven't cared for him. I send money every month. I do what I can, don't you see? It's just that things have been so hectic with work. And you know Jack doesn't help either. I've been stuck in this situation where I have to be the one to figure it all out. I am doing the best I can. You're doing your best? Lori, honestly, if you were doing your best, would you really leave him with us all the time? You barely even visit him. And you're right, Jack doesn't always help, but that doesn't mean it's right to let someone else step in like this. You've left Roger with us since daycare. Do you know how that looks? You have to understand how that affects him. I didn't think about it like that. But it's just, things have been so difficult lately. I've been running around trying to get things done. It's been overwhelming. Jack is hardly around. I can't even catch a break. So yes, I've left Roger with you guys, but I've always made sure he's taken care of. Lori, let me be honest. You send money, yes, but that's not enough. You don't see your son, and you barely make any effort to change that. I understand that work is tough, but Roger isn't just some accessory you can leave behind. And let's be real here, you've had months, even years to put things in order. You haven't prioritized him, and now you expect me to help you just take him away from the life he's known? It's not that simple. What are you saying? Are you telling me I don't care about my son? How can you say that? He's my child. Of course I care. Don't act like you understand how hard this is for me. It's easy for you to judge me from the outside, but you have no idea what it's like to be in my shoes. Lori, don't take this the wrong way, but I've seen the reality of the situation. You talk about caring, but actions speak louder than words. If you cared, you would have made more time for Roger no matter what. Jack may be absent, but so have you. You can't just come to me now and expect me to fix everything. You've left me and my family to pick up the pieces for too long. I know I've messed up, okay? I get it, but I'm asking for your help now. Just help me convince Jack to let me have custody. Please, Denise, I'll make it worth your while. I'm not asking for much. All I need you to do is to speak to him. Help me convince him that Roger should be with me. Isn't that something you can do? You think I can just talk to Jack and convince him to change his mind just like that? You've been absent for so long, and now you expect me to fix this in one conversation? You have had so many chances to be there for Roger, but now you want to take him from the only stability he's had? I don't think you realize what you're asking me to do. I understand it's not easy, but Denise, don't you care about Roger's future? I need to have custody for his sake and mine. If I don't, I won't be able to move on. I need this to move forward in my life. If Jack doesn't let me, I'm stuck. I need your help to make sure he sees that it's what's best for Roger. Lori, let me ask you this. Do you even know what's best for Roger? You think custody is the answer, but what about his emotional well-being? How do you think he'll feel being ripped away from his home, his friends, the only family he knows? You want to make this about you, but it's not. This is about Roger's life, and you're asking me to turn it upside down for you. I'm not trying to hurt him. I just want what's best for him, Denise. I can't do this without your help. Please, you have to understand. I need to be the one to take care of him. If Jack keeps custody, I'll lose everything. I'll be financially stuck, emotionally stuck. This isn't just about me. This is about our future. I get that you're in a tough spot, but you can't expect me to just hand over my responsibility to you. You can't make this decision alone. It's not just about custody. It's about Roger's happiness. If you're not here for him now, why should I believe you'll be there for him in the future? Because I will. I'll change everything. I'll do whatever it takes to make this work. I can't lose him, Denise. Please. Lori, this isn't just about what you want. You need to think about Roger and his future. What happens when you get custody? Can you really handle everything by yourself? Yes, I can. I've been through a lot already. I just need your help to make it happen. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help you with this. I need to think about what's best for Roger, not just what's easiest for you. If you really care about him, you'll figure out another way. So you're just going to stand by and watch me lose everything? You can't do this to me, Denise. You don't understand. If I don't get custody, my life is over. I won't be able to move on. I won't be able to live. I understand that you're struggling, but I can't just give in to pressure. I'm thinking about Roger's future, and I have to do what's best for him. I won't be a part of something that could hurt him in the long run. You have to face the reality of the situation. Wait, please don't tell Jack. Please, don't make this worse. I'll do anything. Just don't send him those screenshots. Please, I'm begging you. It's too late for apologies now. You had a chance to make things right, and you didn't take it. I'll talk to Jack, and we'll figure this out for Roger's sake. You can't just walk away from this. It's time to be responsible. Denise, please, I don't know what else to say. You've got to understand how much this means to me. I don't want to be a bad mother. I never meant to be distant, but life just got in the way. You know what it's like, right? You've been so busy with your own family, too. And Jack, he's barely around anymore. I've been fighting to keep everything afloat by myself. I'm only asking for a little help from you, just a little. Lori, I do understand being busy, but that's not what I'm saying here. You say you're fighting, but you haven't fought for Roger. Not the way a mother should. You can't just show up after all this time asking me to put him in your arms and as though you've been there all along. It doesn't work like that. It's not just about helping you. This isn't a favor. You've been absent, and now you want me to undo everything just because you've decided you finally want him back? It doesn't make sense. I get it. Okay, I understand how you feel. I've been absent, but I've never stopped thinking about him. I don't think you realize the toll it's taken on me. Every day, I feel like I'm suffocating. I can't stand seeing Jack with him, taking all the moments I should have had with him. I'm not asking you to just hand him over. I want you to understand that I can make things right if I get the chance. You think you can make things right? You've been absent for so long, Lori. You left him with us when he needed you the most. And I get it, work, life, everything piling up, but you need to understand that a child can't just be left in the background. Roger's been through so much already. How do you think he's going to feel when you suddenly swoop in and demand custody like nothing happened? How do you think I feel watching this all unfold? You don't think I've thought about this a million times? Every day I'm away from him, it eats at me. But what do you want me to do? I can't just stop everything and come running to him. I have a job, responsibilities. I don't have the luxury of being at his side every second. But I can be there for him now. I can make up for the time I lost. And that's where I'm struggling, Lori. You keep saying you'll make up for lost time, but how do you actually do that? Time doesn't just come back. You can't rewind and undo what you've missed. Roger's not a doll you can just pick up and continue playing with. He's a little boy who's had his own life, his own needs, and for better or worse, he's been growing up without you. How can you fix all of that in one fell swoop? How can you prove that you're capable of giving him what he needs now? I can prove it. I can show him that I'm here. I'll take time off work. I'll hire help if I have to. I can't do it alone, but I'll make sure he's okay. He deserves to have a mother who's there for him every step of the way. I know Jack's been doing his part, but I'm his mother, Denise. Why can't you see that? I'm the one who gave birth to him. He is my son. I should be the one raising him. It's not that simple, Lori. Yes, you gave birth to him, but being a mother is about more than just biological ties. It's about presence. It's about support. It's about consistency. And Roger has been getting that from Jake, from my family, from all of us. He's been living with us for so long now that it's impossible to ignore the bond he's formed with us. You can't just waltz in and claim him now as if nothing has changed. This isn't just about what you want. It's about what's best for Roger. You think I'm just being selfish? Is that it? You think I don't care about what's best for him? I am doing this for him, for his future. I need this, Denise. Without Roger, I don't have a future. I'll be a failure in his eyes. I'll lose everything I've worked for. I can't go back to a life where I am nothing more than a visitor in his world. And if Jack gets custody, that's exactly what I'll be. Well, that's too bad, Lori, but there's no use crying to me about all of that anymore. I have to get going now since it's time for the kids to go to bed. If you have anything else to say, wait for Jack's lawyer to get in touch with you. And if you try contacting me any more about this, I will block your phone number. Denise, no! After that, Lori fought for Roger's custody through a lengthy court battle, hoping to regain her parental rights. However, despite her efforts, she suffered a crushing defeat in court. The judge ruled against her, and in the end, she was ordered to pay damages. On top of that, her access to Roger was severely restricted. It was decided that she could only see him 2 or 3 times a month, a far cry from the regular visits she had hoped for. Despite this setback, Lori refused to give up. She continued to try to assert her presence in Roger's life. She showed up at my house numerous times, insisting on seeing him, sometimes even trying to take him away without permission. Each time I had to step in and defend our boundaries. There were moments when I had to protect Roger from her attempts to forcibly take him, and I called the police several times to ensure the situation didn't escalate further. It was a difficult and exhausting period for all of us. At times, I found myself questioning how far Lori would go to get what she wanted, and the constant tension in the air was draining. I knew that Roger needed stability, and I couldn't allow his life to be disrupted by someone who had shown such a disregard for his well-being. My husband and I did our best to maintain a calm and safe environment, but it was not easy when Lori's actions constantly threatened that peace. After several incidents, Lori eventually seemed to realize that her aggressive approach was getting her nowhere. The repeated confrontations with the police, the legal consequences of her actions, and the mounting pressure seemed to have a sobering effect on her. Slowly but surely, she stopped showing up. We didn't hear from her nearly as much, and eventually she seemed to disappear entirely. It was a relief, though I couldn't help but wonder if it was just a temporary pause or if she had truly given up. In the meantime, Roger was adjusting to the new reality. The situation had been incredibly stressful for him as well. He was torn between his biological mother, who he still loved and wanted to be close to, and the life he had with us, which had become his new normal. My husband and I, along with Jack and my in-laws, discussed what was best for Roger moving forward. We all agreed that it was important for him to have a stable and loving environment, one where he felt secure and valued. After a lot of thoughtful discussion, it was decided that Roger would continue to live with us, just as he had been. We promised to take care of him with love and dedication, ensuring that he had everything he needed to grow up in a safe and supportive home. This decision was not made lightly, but we all believed it was the right thing for him. It was clear that Lori's behavior had caused enough disruption and confusion, and it was essential for Roger to feel that he had a solid foundation. The support of my husband, Jack, and my in-laws was crucial during this time. They stood by us as we navigated the complexities of the situation. Jack, in particular, had been an incredible source of strength. He was understanding and patient with Roger, providing the emotional support that he needed without pushing him too hard. He had always been a good father figure to Roger, and now, more than ever, it was clear that Roger needed that kind of stability. I also made sure to maintain a sense of consistency in Roger's life. I continued to encourage him to build friendships, to engage in activities that made him happy, and to feel empowered by the love and care he received from our family. It wasn't always easy, as there were moments where Roger would express confusion or frustration about his situation. But we did our best to assure him that he was loved and supported no matter what. In the months that followed, we watched as Roger slowly adapted to the changes in his life. He started to find comfort in the routine we had established for him. We continued to provide him with emotional support, reinforcing the idea that his feelings were valid and that he didn't have to choose between his biological mother and us. He could have both in different ways, but his primary home, his place of safety, would always be with us. Though Lori had tried so hard to disrupt our family, in the end her actions only strengthened the bond between us. The love and commitment we showed to Roger, the way we stood by him when things got tough, helped him realize that we were the ones who truly cared for him. We had always put his well-being first, and that's what mattered most.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.